King Fuzz and it sounds like this. Oh, I love a good fuzz. That's so good. Backstory. I've been following Bigfoot Engineering pretty much since before I started this YouTube channel. They're, I believe, a one-man builder from the UK, making great stuff. The King Fuzz is sort of his flagship pedal, I guess, his #1 pedal, but I've known pedals from him like the Octopus, which is like a passive octave up generator. As I said, it is his sort of flagship product, and I can see why. It's just, he should be really, Reese Bigfoot should be really proud of this design. Reese did write me a little note kind of describing the King Fuzz, and I thought I'd read it to you just so we can get an idea from the horse's mouth really on what the King Fuzz is all about. Hi Jackson, I hope this finds you well. The King Fuzz is incredibly simple, but I thought I'd give you a little background. It's a unique circuit and I build each one by hand. My aim was to let each guitar shine through without the need for any EQ. Playing dynamics, pickups, nuances, the volume pot, basically everything at your fingertips. I hope it brings you joy and inspiration. Well, I can confirm that so far it has brought me quite a lot of joy. Such a wide range of fuzz tones, distortion tones, even some kind of weird crispy overdrive tones. The original inspiration for this pedal was kind of going for that Black Keys, Dan Auerbach fuzz tone, really organic sounding, just like an exploding amplifier. And then the King Fuzz. It's sort of on the edge of fuzz there. I'm not sure I would really call that tone fuzz, but it really starts coming when you crank the volume more than anything. Now we're in fuzz. Kind of would be worth the price of admission if it just had the volume knob, because set like this and just adjusting the volume, you get such a huge range of tones. That being said, let's explore the gain. Play this pedal all day. It's so good, and when you start to fill out that bottom end, and it just, oh. It's huge, but it's also not fatiguing, and it's not aggressive to the ear. I mean, it's an aggressive sound, but it's not painful, is what I'm trying to say. It's really, really great. One thing that I find occasionally with fuzz pedals is that I can love them for a period of time, and then I'll hear something else, and then I'll come back to that original fuzz pedal and I'll be like, I'm not quite hearing what I was hearing before. And, you know, my ear sort of shifts to different tastes. And I'll be honest, that hasn't happened with the King Fuzz yet. Every time I come back to it after playing something else, it just feels like bliss. It just feels like, yes, this is just a fuzz that works every single time, no matter what you're plugging into it. And I think because of that, it would be a great first fuzz pedal. If you're looking to get into this world that can be a little hard to understand and get right, this would be a pretty safe bet. And that's not because it sounds bland at all or uncharacterful. In fact, it's very characterful. It's just because you can kind of guarantee that it's going to work with your rig and it's going to sound epic. I think part of the reason why it does work so well is because it does have such a massive amount of output. And I think when you crank that, it's going to push every amp into its own sort of saturation on top of the fuzz. And that's such a cool sound. Should we change guitars? Should we try something else? Maybe something single coily. Let's try some single coils. It sounds also excellent with this, with the single coils, and lets the guitar come through the tone. It cleans up nicely as well. You know, it's not cleaning up the same way a vintage fuzz face does, and it gets crystal clear, but it still keeps a character when it cleans up, and it's, again, a useful sound because it has all that volume available. I think this is a great first fuzz pedal, as I said, but it's also great for fuzz aficionados, people experienced with fuzz, because it offers something different. You know, it's not a fuzz face, it's not anything like that. It's its own thing that just sounds like an exploding amp. It's really, really cool. I think it's a good price as well. I think the £159.99 in pounds, I think that's pretty competitive in this world, in this current climate of pedals. Definitely check out Bigfoot, and the King Fuzz is just ripping.